1928, a chance event in Alexander Fleming's London laboratory changed the course of medicine, and Fleming didn't even notice it right away because he'd gone on holiday and left a petri dish uncovered. One of the greatest medical breakthroughs in human history started with a man forgetting to clean up before his vacation. But here's the twist nobody tells you. The discovery and the cure were separated by over a decade of neglect, funding battles, and scientific doubt. Fleming returned to find mold growing on his uncovered plate, and around the mold, the staph bacteria were dead. He identified it as Penicillium notatum, bread mold, saving the world. You genuinely cannot make this up. He published his findings in 1929, but the report barely registered, and Fleming couldn't take it further. Penicillin proved unstable, difficult to purify, and he lacked the chemistry expertise to fix that. He couldn't secure funding, so he moved on. The drug just sat there for a decade. Then the world went to war, and dying soldiers made the urgency very real. At Oxford, Ernst found Fleming's forgotten article and proposed to his supervisor Howard Florey that they try to isolate the compound. Florey said yes. What followed was a full sprint. They purified and concentrated penicillin, demonstrating its efficacy against bacteria, causing gas gangrene and pneumonia. Then came the moment of truth. In 1940, Chain and Florey infected 8 mice with a lethal dose of bacteria. 4 received purified penicillin, 4 did not. By morning, the untreated mice were dead. The treated mice were alive. Would you have volunteered to be the first human injected with an experimental mold extract during wartime? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments below. Their first human patient was Albert Alexander, a police officer dying of septicemia. Early results were promising, but they didn't have enough penicillin to complete the course. Alexander deteriorated and died. They had proved it worked, then watched it run out. By 1943, unprecedented US-British cooperation flooded military hospitals with the drug. Soldiers who would have died from infected wounds walked out alive. Now, the uncomfortable part. The 1945 Nobel went jointly to Fleming, Chain, and Florey. Fleming, who found the mold, published one paper and moved on, became a global celebrity. Florey and Chain, who spent years in a wartime lab turning a forgotten footnote into a weapon against death, were largely an afterthought. The discovery gets the glory. The decade of grueling, underfunded wartime science that actually saved millions. A footnote. History loves the lone genius and the lucky petri dish. Penicillin's real story is messier and far more inspiring. Next time you finish a course of antibiotics, spare a thought for Florey and Chain. They earned it. Hit subscribe. The history of medicine is full of stories this wild, and we're just getting started.